Hello there, friends. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. Tuesdays to be continued live. We're not continuing anything, although this time, because on Sunday, Easter Sunday, I was not live. Everybody was celebrating, so I figured that we all needed a day off, so I wasn't here. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Hi, Joan. I see people popping on. Welcome, everybody. It's probably 2 o'clock because I was just at my printer, my new printer, I might say, and it didn't print. So I don't know. I probably just don't know how to use it yet, but have to have my husband look at it. Hi, Annie. All right, we're going to get started. Well, not quite 2. It's almost about a half a minute more. Hi, Carol. Welcome, everybody. I hope you had a nice Easter. Hi there, Diane. Hi, Linda. 2 o'clock. It is 2 o'clock. Okay, before we get started, I want to make sure everybody knows, hi Debbie, that on April 21st, I'm looking at my computer because, as I said, my printer didn't print. All orders of $75 or more, hi Janet, will have free shipping. Hi Debbie Pine. So it's a one-day only thing, and everything counts. So you can go to the clearance rack. You can order prepaid Paper Pumpkin. Now the monthly subscription for Paper Pumpkin is not, it's the only thing that's not in the free shipping because it's not gonna meet the $75 range. So if you have an order or if you were thinking you needed to catch up on things, this is when I like to catch up on like adhesives or things that are consumable or some of my embellishments and then not have any shipping on that. Okay, so I want to make sure you remember that or know that. April 21st. So it's right around the corner. All right, I'm going to turn you down to my desk and we're going to get started. Let me move my computer out of the way. It takes up a little bit too much room and I need the space for what I'm doing. Okay. Hi, Mary Jo. Let's see. Thank you for sprinkling, Mary Jo. Appreciate that. Hi, Eva. All right, here is my host code for the month of April and my link to my store and my email and YouTube channel. Please sprinkle and tell people about me that may not know that you think might enjoy watching my videos. If they don't have Facebook, they can go to YouTube. It is just under my name, Beverly Morales. Okay, reminder, if you order for me in the month of April, some lucky winner, I will put all your names in the wheel spin, and if you win, you are going to take your pick tool refill, and you're going to get a Wink of Stella. Okay, you're going to get both items if you're the lucky winner. Last week, I made these brooches, and I said I was feeling generous. I remember saying that. And I said I was going to give away 2. And I was going to include the acrylic boxes and the shreddy and everything. Hi, Kathleen. So let me tell you who the winners are. We have 2. The first, thank you for sprinkling, Diane. First winner, Marilyn. Marilyn, I do not have your address, so I need to hear from you before Sunday. And then I will send you one of the brooches. They're identical, so you'll just get one of them. And who is the other winner? Diane Haynes. Woohoo! Congratulations, Marilyn and Diane. Diane, I have your address. You're on, I see. So I will send you one also. Yes, I am live, Kathleen. You thought it was a replay. Nope, I'm here. Okay, what am I making? I am using, on page, if you have the new catalog, I cannot show you the page, but if you have it, look at page 109. It is a suite. I ordered the whole suite. I like to do that because I'm afraid that if I don't get the whole suite as a demonstrator, and then I see something done with something I didn't get, I'll be kicking myself. So I got the whole suite. It's called Hues of Happiness, and it has beautiful, beautiful paper with it. You'll be in California on the 28th and what? And the 29th. Oh, cool. Let me know when you're here, Diane. Okay, I'll save it for that. I'll save it then. I won't mail it. Hues of Happiness. It's beautiful. It's got a beautiful stamp set, but it has beautiful, beautiful papers. Now, this is the designer series paper, and it's called Hues of Happiness also. It's 12 by 12. And I've cut up quite a bit of mine already, but I want you to see that one side is that tie-dye type of look, then the floral, and then a sprinkle patterns. So they're all just a little different. The colors are gorgeous. Just go through. Those are my cut-up pieces. So see, look at what I call tie-dye or rainbow. And then look how pretty this side is. With this paper, I wanted to see what the little boxes would look like. Look how cute they are with this paper. And then this is the opposite side of a floral. Little dash stars, I call them. The dark navy. Isn't it pretty? And love this yellow and the pink. There you go. Those are all the designer series papers in that pack. I'm going to get them back in my sleeve so I don't mess up anything. Okay. And then this loveliness. 6 by 6. 2022-2024 in color glimmer paper. Look how beautiful this is. And the colors are all the in colors. So they're very vibrant and bright and cheery. Look at this beautiful blue. And then the dark, I think it's called Starry Night. The lavender. I don't know the colors yet. But it's so pretty. I love this stuff. So, I'm going to have fun with that. And then check out the lovely layers vellum. Now, am I wrong to say that this comes in this suite? Let me flip the page because I don't see it right on this page here. So, no, this doesn't come in it, so I won't show you that right now. It just works well. I made some things with this, so that's why it was out. But these, let's see, the glossy dots, these come in the suite. They pretty? Okay. So to make the card, I cut a 5.5 by 6 piece of the 12 by 12 designer series paper. You can actually cut it 5 by 6, but I'm going to show you what I just did, and I think it works either way. So it really doesn't matter. Then we're going to need some basic white cardstock, one at 3.5 by 3 3/4. one at 5 by 3 7/8. The base of the card is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and this is Gorgeous Grape. And then I used the second to the largest scallop stitched die from the contour dies, these here. So I use the second one, and I have 2 of those. This is thrilling to me with this set that I'm going to use. Okay, let me put it all back in the pack so I don't mess up and lose anything. Okay, so here is the Happiness Abounds stamp set. And I got this because I really like the artistic look of the roses, especially these 2. But today I'm using the sentiments. And then the Blossoming Happiness dies. They're already all out in my little magnetic bowl. But I did cut some out. Let me get a dark piece of cardstock so you can see the images. Now this big one here cuts out this lattice looking pattern, but look how the little pieces stick up instead of coming out. Some of the pieces go all the way out, and then some of the pieces stick up. So it's very 3D. I love that. Then I love this also. This die makes a slit and like a book bound. See that? Okay, here's this die here. Then all the florals, cuts out all the roses and the leaves. So those, there's just a bunch. There's 2 sets of flowers, 3 roses. And so you get a die for these 2 and a die for the leaves, and then all the roses and the flower. So those are all here. And you also get a die for these leaves here too. Okay, so there's quite a few dies in this bundle. But I just want to make sure you see them all to see how fabulous this is. One more. Okay. All right, let me put them all back in my container so I don't lose anything. And there they are cut out. Okay. Oh, and there's one more. It's like a stitch. Didn't take that one out because I'm not using it today. Okay, so let's start with my card base. This card is going to have a card base on its own, and the DSP is going to be the card that folds. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, as I said. So I am going to just take my paper trimmer, and I'm going to place the DSP into my trimmer, pull the arm out, and I'm going to score at 4, so I put the end of my card DSP at 4, and I take my scoring blade, and rather than press hard, I go up and down a few times to get a nice score line, and then I'm going to do the same thing by putting the end of my DSP at 8, and I'm going to score again. Okay, so there's 3 panels of 4 here now, because this is 12, so I scored at 4 and 8. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm just going to fold in and use my bone folder to burnish, and fold over and use my bone folder to burnish. Okay, so this is a little bit taller. I mean, this is as tall as the base right now, but I'm going to cut it down after I'm done designing the inside, and I'm going to tell you why. And I really don't know if it matters or not, so you can decide which way you want to do it. Okay, so just wanted to point that out. So when I cut it, you're saying, what is she doing and why? All right, so this piece of DSP here, this is going to be what we're concentrating on, the floral. So I'm going to open it up. Okay, let me do, no, I like to explain everything. So I'm opening it back up, and I'm taking the last flap, so the flap on my right, and I'm putting it in back in my trimmer, and I'm putting the corner, sorry, not the corner, I'm putting the score line on the cutting line, and this bottom corner on the cutting line. So I have to make sure I've got my score line there. And if you're not comfortable seeing your score line, then you might want to mark it with a pencil so you get it correct. Okay, now we're going to take our cutting tool and we're going to cut this piece off like this. So that's what we have now. Okay. I do not want to throw away this piece of designer series paper because it's so pretty, so I'm going to use it on this side of the card like this. But I'm going to take my dies and my cut and emboss machine, and I am going to use a die on this part here and this part here, the same die. So let me put my number 3 acrylic on my platforms, open this up, and take this die and place, okay, let me explain this. The little circles are going to go against the cut. The line that cuts the slit is going to go on the inside. Okay, so now I'm just eyeballing. Here's the top. Can we all see here? Make sure here's the top. So I'm eyeballing and getting this as close to even on both ends as I can. And then I'm using my Post-it note tape to hold it down so it does not move. Okay, my second acrylic. And we're going to go through the machine. Okay. I hope everybody had a nice Easter. We celebrated on Saturday because our kids, you know, they have so many grandparents and parents and church and all kinds of things. So we try to make it easier on them by having it on Saturday so they can enjoy everybody. See what this did? Look at this. Isn't it lovely? I just love this added look. Okay, so now let's go to this piece that we cut out. And we're going to do the same thing. Now it's going to go on the card like this. So we want to place it here, and we want to make sure again that the circles are at the cut line and the slit line is at the top up here. Okay, so again, I'm just going to eyeball, trying to get the same amount on top and bottom of my die. Okay, and then go through. Always be careful with whatever tape you use to take it off your designer series paper. Don't get in a rush, because if it gets pressed on hard, you don't want to rip your designer series paper. So just go easy and slow. Okay, and then we've got this slit here too. Okay, so this is going to go here like I said. Isn't that pretty how it's added such a look in there already? Okay, so now I need to take my basic white piece, and it's the smaller one. It's the 3.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm just gonna, this die is bigger than that size, so you could make your cardstock size bigger if you want to, but that's just the size I did, and I'm okay with it going off the paper a little bit. And we're gonna run that through. And I want to give you a little tip with this die once you get it run through. Okay, do I need any other? I don't think I need any other die cutting. Okay. So my tip is, when you take this die off and you start to poke out the little, or use your die brush machine to poke these out, turn it over and do it from the back. They fall out really easy, see that? But remember I said some of them are not, they're not falling out, they're 3D. So if you go from the back, and no matter if they're punch out or if they're the ones that are half punch, so they cause the 3D effect, then you get them all working at the same time, going the same way. Now I didn't check my die really well before I started, but oh good, they all came out. It didn't look like these were cut through, but they are. Okay, that's good. Always check your die, and if it looks like they're not all the way through, you want to go back through one more time. These look like there's a light cut here, but they're coming out, so that's good. So just turning it upside down helped me a lot, because it does two things. It pops these out, and the ones that are supposed to bend out towards the front get bent out at the same time, and you're all good. So there's just a little bit of work getting these punched out, but I think it's so worth it because it's so cute. It's just a different idea, different concept. I fell in love with it right away. This might be one of the reasons I picked this suite first to get, because I like this concept here. So your die brush will do this a lot faster too if you have that. But I wanted to show you, if you turn it backwards and push out, then you can accomplish two things with one attempt, if that makes any sense. So there's quite a few of these little guys. So it just takes a few minutes. Oh, I do have some news. I hope you're all happy to hear this. I'm going to start open house again live for everyone. And my first is in May. So May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, I will be open from 1 to 7. And you can come here if you have not been to open house before. You can come here and you can I will mentor you if you need mentoring. You get a free make and take. You can bring your projects that you've been wanting to work on and get finished, and work on those here amongst friends. I have a dessert. Oh, I see hearts. I have a dessert for you and some bottled water or coffee. And we just have a great few hours. You can stay as long as you'd like. You can go and come. You can stay a few minutes. You can just do whatever you want. I'm open, and I'm here for you, and I'm excited because I was talking to a few people, and they were saying, we miss you so much. We really, really, really miss open house. Every first Thursday of the month, I think about it and have to take it off my calendar. That was one comment. Another one was, we need your ideas so badly. There's another one, and we just miss being with you. And then I have some new customers that never had the experience yet, so they're waiting for that. So I talked to my husband, and he said, I don't see why not. My mom is, you know, her condition is never going to get better, but she's doing okay. So we decided that it would be okay to have open house again. So again, Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, 1 to 7, and just RSVP and let me know you're coming, and let me know if you're bringing a friend so I have enough make and takes for everyone. Okay, so there's this piece out, and see all that 3D little pieces that are poking out? I just love it. All right, so there's that. Why don't I show you the finished card so you see what I'm making? There's the front of the card. Now this flower is part of the DSP, and I just fussy cut that out. These stamps are in the stamp set, and this is our white seam binding ribbon, basic white. And then this is see what the leaves do on this glimmer paper I just showed you? Aren't they pretty? So the card is pretty when you just look at the front. Thank you for all the hearts. But look what happens when you open it up. I love how the second largest size of the contour dies fits perfectly in this slit. I just love that idea. Now here's what I'm thinking. You can write your message here, and it fits back in the pocket. You can put a gift card here, and it slips right in. It's the first thing they'll see when they open it up. You can put a photograph here, or you can just stamp this, or you can just write another something there, or 2 gift cards, whatever you want to do. Or you don't have to put this one there. You can just put one on this side. I just thought that was so much fun. I don't know how I thought of this, guys, honest to truth. I don't know. I just thought, what could I slip in there? And the first one I pulled out with the contour die, and it worked. So I'm thrilled with that. And then the card just goes on its base, and you've got this specialty card that I haven't seen anywhere because this is new. So, you know, I'm sure that others will start doing very, very creative things with that, but I just love the idea. Okay, so now you know what I'm making. So let's glue these down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my precision glue, and I'm going to only glue down the top and the bottom. Okay, so we want to leave this open and untouched with any glue so we don't get anything sticky around there. Okay. So you guys sound the horn to anybody you think may want to come to my open house, and let them know. And like I said, just RSVP, because I need to, 1, make sure you have a place to sit, and 2, that you're making, and the time you're coming to, or the time you think you're coming, a close approximate time. So that's for seating and stuff, so I know how, you know, if I need more chairs or whatever. And then the RSVP is just so I can make sure you have a make and take, because if you don't RSVP and you show up, sadly, there won't be enough make and takes for you. Okay, so now the larger white piece that I talked about, the 5 by 3 7/8. You can stamp that, and I stamped that with wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine is on this one. And I'm using black Memento ink. And I need to get my, remember this is a photopolymer stamp set, so you want to use your piercing mat. Okay. Hold your paper, then lift. Something on my finger. Okay, well, whoever wins this one, I'll have to redo that part. I don't want to cut another piece. I only cut one. Okay. And then this I'm going to leave blank because like I suggested, either a gift card or something like that goes there. But you could stamp an image there too. And this one I'm leaving blank for your imagination. Oh, I'm glad I started to do this because it only works this way from underneath. There you go. So if you hear my mom and my daughter, that's because they're loud and they're right next door here. So that's what you're hearing. Okay, so let me take these out because I have to do some cutting still. Then the front here, we have spaces here and here. So I'm taking friend, also in the stamp set. And stamping friend there. And then you are wonderful in every way. Not these nice sayings. Okay. Then we can take our glue again. You guys are awful quiet. Or did I stop my... Oh, I stopped. You guys aren't quiet at all. I stopped my... comments stopped rolling. So, Mary Jo, put a gem over it. Oh, good idea. Good idea, my dear. Whenever you have a little smudge, a gem is perfect for that. Okay. What glue are you using in the bottle? The same, our same liquid glue. I just transfer it. When my bottles come, I just take the lid off of both of them. And I just squeeze until I fill this bottle up. But I leave some in here, or I have another one of these because I want both applicators. It depends what I'm doing, which applicator I use. A butterfly sticker over it too. That's another good idea. Now what I just do with my lid. Here it is. Okay. And then pretty flower. But before I put that pretty flower on there, I'm going to take some ribbon, and I'm going to take 32 inches. I'm taking a lot. And I'm just going to double it, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And then I'm going to grab it in the middle, and I'm just going to tie a knot. That didn't work. Easiest thing on earth, and it didn't work. Pull the wrong one and it gets tight. I want it loose, not tight. I want to loosen it. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Grab it good in the middle so it doesn't do what I just did. Get all four of them in the loop and just tie a knot. That's how easy it should be. Then I cut wherever there's a loop. I just cut that. So I have all these little danglies, as I call them. Okay, so we're going to put that here, and I'm going to use, oh, look at my cute little cup, you guys. I've been reorganizing, so I have my mini glue dots in an actual army cup. It came from it was my uncle's. My dad had it, and it was his brother's. My dad was never in the service, but his brothers were, and his brother Ray either gave him or he talked him into giving him or whatever, but he got this cup. And I just put a little flower on there. Isn't it the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm very sentimental with all these antique things, and especially if they're family things. I keep them all. And my dad used to get a kick out of that. He said, "My goodness, you keep everything I give you." I said, "I sure do." And I find a use for it too. Okay, so we're going to put dimensionals on the back of the flower. And pull the backing off the dimensionals. And then we're just going to set this right over all the little danglies there. And at this point, you can judge how long or short you want them to be. And then cut them at an angle, different lengths and different directions. What's this say? Hold the cup up so we can see the sides. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see it. Hi, Virginia. Let's see. Hold the cup up so we can see the sides. Look at that. Isn't it cute? Just one little flower to make it feminine with the metal, with the tin. And I keep my dimensional, my mini glue dots in there. Okay. So then this just needs some Wink of Stella, just so it's got some shimmer and shine on there. You know what I forgot to do? Talking so much about open house and stuff, I forgot to cut this card down. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, in case I wasn't clear at the beginning. So the height on this is the same height as the base. And if you're good with that, then you're done, and you just have the gorgeous grape sticking out on both sides. But if you're not, if you want it framed, then this needs to be 5. And when I cut it, I'm going to have to re-glue this again. But I just wasn't sure that if I cut it to it's 5.5 right now, I believe. Yeah, if I cut it to 5 1/4, I wasn't sure if this was going to fit with enough space on either side. So that's what frightened me. So that's why I do it this way. But before you embellish the front, you should bring it to your paper trimmer and cut off 1/4 inch. And this will be unglued now, and so then you're going to have to re-glue that part. But then I'm sure that that everything's even, and that this fit on here fine and nothing got messed up. So if that makes any sense, I'm pretty sure that if you start off with 5 1/4 instead of 5.5, you'll be fine. But that's just how I did it, so that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so now back to this. Back to this. And on this side, they fit right in the little grooves. The first little groove, it just fits perfectly. And then my totally smeared piece fits in the pocket like that. So I'll take that out so you can see. You have a whole card in there, but it's smeared on the other side, so I'm just not going to mess with that. And then I'm concentrating on getting that little scallop and this little scallop in the slit here. And it works perfectly. Then you just come over to your card base. And this is where, if they had the money for a private plane, I would be there. Oh, if you had the money for a private plane, you'd come to open house. Aren't you sweet? Oh, I would love to meet you in person. So this is why I keep some of my glue in my original applicator, because when you want a lot of glue out at one time, you have the wide end here that does that. So I have one like this, and then I empty another one into my precision bottle. Okay. So here you go. It's kind of like a little book too, isn't it? Maybe that's what I had in my head and didn't even realize it. I don't know. But I'm telling you, I love the way to use these contour dies with this specific card. And you can just put so much in here. Oh, thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you so much. All right, somebody's going to win this card. And I promise, well, you can pick either one. This one has more pink. This one has more gorgeous grape. And you can, the winner on Sunday can pick whichever, or the winner on Sunday will get whichever one they pick. Any questions? Remember, in your new catalog, it's on page 109. You can order May 3rd, I believe is the day we can order. And don't forget that April 21st, you can place an order with me. You will get free shipping that day from Stampin' Up. And you will get your name in a drawing for the free gift of the month. And if you need my host code again, there it is. And I did put it on Facebook, so if you forget, you can look at that. Okay, I don't see any questions. I know I missed a whole bunch of comments. I'm going to scroll back and hang out a minute just in case. Oh, I don't think I missed that much. Okay. On this one, I forgot to put a gem. So I'm going to do that right now. And I'll use the new in color ones just because those are the colors that are in this. Isn't it pretty paper cookie? Yes, it really, really is. I think I'll put a yellow gem on this one. And I'll use a medium size. It'll stand out really well. Okay. Forgot the leaves too. Well, you know, it's just not my day. The leaves are right here. Quick fix. And you know, I'm glad you said that because I didn't even notice. Look at the difference. There is if you stamp on the glimmer paper, and there is if you just use the die and go through your machine without stamping. And I can't decide which I like better. I really, really can't. I am going to tell you that if you stamp on the glimmer paper and then you run it through a die after stamping, to put a piece of printer paper over the stamped item, especially if you're using Memento Black, because it did come off onto my acrylics. And when it came off into my acrylics, the next time I put a piece of paper through, it came off on that paper. So cover that up if you're going to stamp on the glimmer paper with black and use a die. It just takes a while to dry, and I don't have the patience, so I just went right to the die cutting machine, and that's what happened. So my quick fix for that is a little piece of printer paper or scrap or something to make sure that you don't get the black ink on anything else. Okay. It looks good. Oh, I'm glad. See you Sunday. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a nice afternoon.